Good morning. My name is Leslie Keedy, and I'm the arborist or the urban forester with the city of Santa Cruz. And I'm actually going on 20 years of being an arborist here in our community for the city. Today or this morning, we're going to look at trees, and we're going to talk about what family they're in, the genus, the species. And we're doing these sections for education during the shelter in place. We're calling it virtual recreation. Okay, another tree on our tour that we do is this tree right here. That's in front of our city manager's office. And this is called a Cockspur Coral Tree. It's Erythrina crista gali, and it's in the Fabaceae family, which is your pea family. And this is the pod, so when you buy your peas in the grocery store, this kind of has a pod that looks like it. There's also seeds in this, so if anyone ever wanted to take one of these dry pods and germinate a seed, they do start readily from seeds. This type of Erythrina is a little bit more frost tolerant or cold tolerant. Most of the Erythrina species actually prefer more of a warmer climate. But this one actually does well in Santa Cruz. It blooms about 3 times a year, and the flower on it is looks like a gobble on a rooster, and that's why it's called crista gali, is it actually resembles the comb of a rooster. Super cool looking flower on it, very vivid red color, and it's called the crybaby tree in Louisiana because there's so much nectar in the blossoms that it actually will drip nectar, brings in habitat, and it's just a very cool medium-sized tree. When I first got this job nearly 20 years ago, there were 3 of these trees planted at the city PD office, and I noticed them in the landscape, but the gardeners had hedged them into very small bushes, and so we weren't really recognizing the tree's potential. So we transplanted them out of the City Hall building. We put one here at City Hall, we put another one in front of our old purchasing office, and then we added one to a Mission Hill median. And now we have these 3 different Erythrina crybaby trees in the city of Santa Cruz that are on public property. Very cool little small tree, and you could start a seed and grow your own. So another interesting tree that we have at our City Hall complex is this Floss silk tree. We actually have this one, and there's another one over next to the crybaby tree, or the Erythrina. This tree is from South America, and it was recently brought out of the Bombaceae family into the hibiscus family, which is Malvaceae. And the genus on it is Ceiba, and the species is speciosa, and speciosa in Latin just means showy because the blossom on this tree, which happens in the fall time, is just very, very beautiful. It looks like an orchid. It also has these pods on it that have a cottony material inside the pod. It's actually in the same family as cotton. And the South American Indians used to use the filaments from these seed pods to make arrow-proof vests. It was also used in the early days for the Navy to add into safety vests, for buoyancy, for floating. Just a very cool tree. But when the pods drop, sometimes the entire ground will be littered with cotton, and it looks like we maybe mowed a pillow or mowed over a sleeping bag or something. There'll be filaments and cotton everywhere. This tree also has these thorns on the trunk, and this is a natural adaptation to stop critters and animals from climbing the trunk. It used to be in the balsa wood family, so the wood and the branches are very, very lightweight wood material. But I invite you to come and look at this tree in the fall time when it's blooming. They're just exquisite.